I love you. Let's go out. No, not my type, and I'm just going to paint your room, okay? Welcome back, guys. This is not a reenactment. But we are going to be watching Rebels today. We are on episode 5. And I love Sabine. She is quite the artist.
Yes,
and she's very confident in her art. To go in someone's bedroom and to paint, be inspired by the people who accompany that room, and paint a lovely picture of them. So that was fun.
That's right, yeah.
Will they get rid of it? How will they get rid of it? Will they paint over it? Will they scrape it off? Will they just leave it be as a constant reminder?
I think they'll just leave it. Yeah.
Because I think Zeb respects Sabine, and now he likes Ezra, so it was a fun moment of them going on an adventure together to kind of bond and become friends.
Oh boy, that's for sure.
So
yeah, and she might switch it up as they go along with their relationship.
Mm-hmm. And what's wrong with this one here? Look, it looks like the lightsaber is missing. I have all the Disney Infinity characters, and a long time ago when my nephews were really young, they were playing with Ezra, and magically the lightsaber disappeared off of it. I was like, what happened there? And they were like, I don't know.
I could see that.
They're fragile too, so it's
Yeah.
gonna snap off. But that's the only one that broke.
God.
But anywho, he has to learn anyways, and maybe it'll return later on in the series.
That's right.
That's right.
So shall we get into this episode?
Yes.
Let's do it.
We don't know the title. Last week's episode was called Fight or Flight, which is kind of fun because TIE fighter, fight or flight, fight or flight. I wonder if that's going to play
right.
words.
Good one.
105.
Rather hold on if you don't mind.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
Do or do not. There is no try.
What does that even mean?
Actually, that one always confused me too, but Master Yoda.
That's right.
Master Yoda used to say it a lot. He sure did.
Oh my gosh.
Having a laser sword doesn't make you a Jedi.
Gets me closer.
Whoa!
I think it should be a little shorter.
God, that was a joke.
Okay, close your eyes. Be precise. Keep the blade up. That's it, kid. You're not focusing.
No, he's nice.
He's getting angry, so it's making it worse.
Oh, that's right. You look at, oh my God.
Oh, no, okay. Okay, wow, forced him that far down.
Is Kanan using it?
Wow, that's far too.
Wow.
Got him.
Jeez.
Oh!
You're undisciplined and full of self-doubt.
And whose fault is that, Master?
You're getting too angry at him too.
It's difficult to teach.
You made the holonet.
The stolen TIE fighter was later used to attack a transport full of innocent workers.
You liar.
The Republic's greatest peacekeepers, Jedi Master Luminara and
Oh.
is alive. She's been imprisoned unlawfully somewhere in the Stygian system.
She was a great Jedi Master.
Yeah.
Brave. Compassionate. She'd make an excellent teacher for you.
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna push it off.
He's done with me. He's gonna pawn me off on some stranger.
I know, I want Kanan to be his teacher.
Yeah.
Maybe this
he
will...
does have to
Yeah.
concentrate.
Trust me, we have never faced anything like this. It's a real work of art. Blast-proof, ray-shielded, protected by anti-ship weapons, TIE fighters. The hard part's getting out, because, it's a prison.
Well, what about going in low and sneaking onto this landing platform?
Yeah, you'd have to be crazy to try that lousy plan.
Let's hope the Empire thinks so too.
Jeez.
You say you're gonna regret it.
He's saying something really bad right now.
Yes.
Try to stay focused.
Thought there was no try.
Nice and quiet like.
He's gonna open the door. Oh, at least 4.
jeez.
The guy's not shooting. The other guy's just standing
Oh
there.
my God.
Oh, it was just supposed to be the weapon. Throw these guys off. Should act like they're standing.
Yeah, totally.
That's impressive.
I sense her presence, but it's clouded. Where's Master Unduli?
Detention block CC01.
Zeb, Sabine, you're coming along.
His plan gets worse all the time.
Just hope he doesn't change it again.
I'm standing right here.
We know.
Whoa. Ooh.
Maybe it's friendly.
Oh.
It doesn't look friendly.
Oh my goodness.
It's sending out a
Sonar.
Oh, yeah. That's a,
I love you.
mating call.
yeah.
It is!
Maybe
I was so
I was gonna yell as fire. Yeah.
Maintain calm silence, and whatever you do, hold this lift.
Oh!
Oh, oh.
This is I didn't get crushed.
We better get moving.
So
God.
awesome.
Where do I learn
Love
that?
that.
It is.
Luminara will teach.
No, I feel like it's a trap.
Oh my.
She's not excited to see
Oh,
you.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's weird. Is it a hologram?
Oh,
Oh.
What? See, it was a trap?
surprise!
She's dead!
Inquisitor
Ooh.
See, it was a trap, so she's dead.
was a
That
trap.
sucks.
to get the real Jedi.
Yes, I'm afraid Master Luminara died.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you gotta focus, Ezra.
Like, how does he know his skills, his master?
In close quarter fighting, Bilava's emphasis was always on Form 3.
Okay.
God, the slow walk.
That's weird.
Oh. It's like Maul.
Are you paying attention, boy?
There's nobody there.
I know!
Oh, God.
There was a bad shot anyways.
Yes.
Do you really think you can save the boy? Your master cannot save you, boy. He is unfocused and undisciplined. Then we're perfect for
Ooh,
each
same words. How dare you make a fool out of me? Whoa! Roads
Whoa, wait.
Yeah, look at that flying around.
Let's go. Thought it was impossible to get out that way.
Well, let's hope the Empire thinks so too.
That is so scary.
Hope he doesn't let it go.
boy.
Blades.
Can't do this all day.
And, oh, kind of.
Go, go, go.
I've got it. I'm locked out of the system. Ezra?
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, but can we train Ezra later?
You gotta train him now to do it now.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Spectre 5 to Phantom. We're on the landing deck, ready for pickup.
On my way, Spectre
Where
5,
is she?
and I'm
Oh,
bringing
good.
the fleet.
The whole plot.
Wow.
Throw it.
You can just.
Can you imagine cut his hand off?
What is that?
I guess he's stuck with me. For now.
You guys were fated to meet, though.
Yeah.
Yes, he was sad that
That's
he
how it
didn't want
goes.
him.
Yeah.
Look, don't bother saying it. I'm letting you off the hook.
What are you talking about?
I know you wanted to dump me on Luminara. Just because she's gone doesn't mean you're stuck with me. Well, I don't want the best teacher. I want you. Not that you're not the best.
Didn't come out right.
I'm not gonna try to teach you anything, but there is no try.
I understand, Master.
You know, start easy like this first. Not on top of a ship. Super, like, way up high.
With Chopper being sneaky.
And
Oh
Zeb.
my goodness. Well, at least.
And it was good. It was smart to have Zeb as a distraction because there's going to be distractions all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Gosh,
And
yeah.
he has to learn the challenges. Like, it's not going to be easy when you're in battle and have to fight for your life and people around you. But to start off on top of the ship on Ghost, like so up high, upside down.
Oh, boy, that
and-
was so much.
I mean, that was a different lesson, but then just at the edge of the ship and getting all these things thrown at you so quickly.
Yeah, Zeb kept throwing everything at him.
He was having so much fun with it. That was funny.
Yeah, he
And
was.
Chopper too. Again, he's a
well,
Oh, yeah, he was totally in on it.
yeah,
sure
he
was.
loved it. He loves to torment people.
Well,
He
I
does.
guess so.
I like this. It was good to see Kanan and Ezra struggle together because
Yes.
Kanan, he's amazing. He's a great fighter. He has the Jedi skills. He's great with a lightsaber and using the Force. Like, he's very strong with every technique he was doing in this, even persuading their minds and making them, like, two at the same time, pretty much. I mean, one after the other.
That's right.
And quickly making them move on. We saw before, like, how much that can be a struggle. It's hard to just do one, and to be able
Yes,
to do
right,
two at
yeah.
the same time was pretty cool. But he
Right.
struggles too, and with that Inquisitor guy saying, like, oh, well, you're not well disciplined, you're not focused. It was exactly what Kanan said to Ezra. And with him getting
Yes.
so angry, I was like, there's more there than what he's letting on. So I know he thinks that about Ezra, but I think he's also blaming himself for not being good enough or just
Good enough,
kind of being
yeah.
more like Ezra than he's letting himself realize. you
Yes,
know?
and he really wanted to
Yes.
put himself off the hook real quick. Okay, we're going to have Luminara. We're going to save
Yeah.
her, and then she's going to be your master. And it almost made him relieved that he can think that, okay, I'm not good enough to teach him.
Yeah.
that's
I'm just
true,
going to
yeah.
give him to the best.
Yeah. That was so
And-
disturbing to me, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was sad to see that happen. I mean, it shows us more feelings where, Kanan isn't up for it, really, and Ezra took it even worse, where he was getting dumped off, and Kanan
right,
didn't
he
see
did,
it that
yeah.
way, but I felt so bad. But going to Luminara now, I was excited to see her. I was sad, too, because I'm
Oh,
like,
that
oh,
was
God,
so
what did she
sad.
go through? She actually survived Order 66 somehow. And that was disturbing to me to see that she actually did die, and to
Die,
see
yeah,
her
me too.
ghost or projection
Sure.
go back into
Wow.
her cast, and she's rotted out, just a mummy. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was
Yeah.
Oh
sad
my
to
God,
see.
that was so sad.
And
yeah.
to have her just not acknowledge them in the room, in her cell,
That's
you
right.
knew, okay, this
That
is
had to be
not
It was
something
weird.
going on.
boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was always like, she was always very wise and stuff, but she was always like professional and very calm, and just how she spoke,
right, yeah.
and for her not to say anything, like, I'm like, wow, she's been through so much that she was beaten down where she's not herself anymore.
Yeah,
But no, I
something's-
was like,
Sounds
I didn't think
yeah.
that she was dead. I was like, oh wow, like her to walk into her cast was just like, oh my
okay.
God.
That was a
Yeah,
shock,
and
yeah.
it was smart on the Empire's, thought of trying to get another Jedi and try to capture, because that's what they're trying to do, capture all the extra, and it almost worked. I
Yeah.
mean, unless
It did, yeah.
unless Ezra and Kanan worked together, they could have been stuck there.
Mhm.
He could have gotten them.
Did you guys think it was going to be a trap from the start? Hearing about Luminara?
I had a
No,
feeling it might be. I mean, you don't know. You can never tell.
no, I had hopes that it would be a great thing, but I was sad that, Kanan just wanted to give Ezra right to her. And I'm like, oh, come on.
I mean, just for Ezra
They were
alone, yeah, that's
fated.
sucky.
Yes.
I know.
Because we've always seen where when a master meets up with an apprentice, it's usually fated where you're meant to train that person. So they actually met through the Force pretty much, Ezra and Kanan. And that was meant to be. I mean, maybe it's not always perfect like that, and through other Jedi, maybe they did actually pass theirs on. Because even Anakin, he didn't want Ahsoka in the beginning. He's like, no, I'm not the right guy or something. And I think he tried to give her to Obi or give her to someone, and Obi-Wan's like, no, she's for you. And so everything has a reason. Now the Inquisitor, scary freaking guy, very eerie,
Yes,
very
yes.
skilled with the Force,
Yes.
and he has an even better saber or dual saber.
Oh, my,
It's
that,
like
that is
propeller.
really a
Yeah, I mean, I have a thing with
Whoa.
fans anyways. I love
Scary.
fans, like, because they keep you nice and cool. But the blade thing, I have like a paranoia or something weird with that. Like the real big ones, like the solar fans and stuff, like those things freak the crap out of me.
Okay,
It
yeah.
gives me chills. I don't know why. It's a weird phobia I have. where I used to work, sometimes the basement would flood, and they had to get these super big fans, like these industrial fans that are like almost the size, like, you know, from like your chest down to the floor. Like they're huge, and the noise they would make, like those would freak me out, that it was hard for me to actually walk by them when I'd have to turn off everything before before we shut down or close the office. And I would just like run really fast.
I
don't know why, like it was a weird, anyways, seeing that, and you have these like, you know, these blades on fire pretty much, you know, so it's like you just barely touch it and you lose a finger or your arm or something, you know, and they're spinning so fast. I'm like, oh, my worst nightmare. But that was pretty crazy to see. Now, just to throw this out there, because again, we're all blind to this, so please no spoilers, but with the Inquisitor now trapping them, because he's trying to get Jedi, you know, they want to get rid of the Jedi Order, right?
That's right,
I mean, it's gone anyways, but whoever's left. I thought for a moment that he knew Ezra, like he wanted Ezra, like he was trying to see who would show up, but like he was drawn to Ezra, and he was trying to say something about the dark side.
He was trying to get him as an apprentice. Oh, you have choices. You don't have to stay with Kanan. You can come to the dark side. You can be my apprentice.
So do you think...
Pretty much she's saying.
So do you think that just was a coincidence, and he was just saying that because he was a youngling who's just learning? Or do you think that there was more purpose there, like he was drawn to him, like he knew he had a dark side or something? I'm just throwing that out there. I have no idea.
I think we knew right from the beginning with Rebels that they were looking for younglings, so maybe he knew that Kanan would definitely have an apprentice, and he wanted Ezra, you know, for their side. Or if he didn't change, guess what?
Yeah, so it was so it was just a coincidence of like, you're a youngling and I'm trying to let you know there's more options.
Maybe he can feel it. Maybe he can feel that, you know, you're sad. Maybe he felt some kind of I don't know, not resentment, but he felt sad because of Kanan not wanting him as, you know, as his apprentice, and saying, well, you know, you have other choices. You know, he was going to give you to someone else. You can come to me. You have to go to the dark side, though.
So, Mom, what do you think? Do you think that the Inquisitor had a feeling that maybe Ezra had a dark side, or do you think that it was just a coincidence? He was just trying to persuade any youngling that came.
I think the second.
Yeah,
trying to persuade the young ones.
Yeah, which would make sense. I don't know. Like, I always think there's more to a story, so I'm kind of like, maybe he knew, maybe because of the negativity that Ezra had towards Kanan because he was rejected or trying to get pushed off, that maybe he felt that, or maybe it was just because of any youngling. He was the Inquisitor's just.
But you know, right off the bat, though, when you think about it with this episode, he was like, no, I can't, you know, he was constantly fighting it, you know, and he was constantly complaining, oh, you're going too fast, whatever. And maybe it's just, he's not thinking, he's not focused because he doesn't have a clear mind. So maybe he did feel it. Maybe Inquisitor did feel something that wasn't completely Jedi-like.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, who knows?
I'm really curious where this goes, and I kind of hope I'm right. I don't know, but because that would make it really interesting, because they always need dark to balance light. You know, you can't just have one thing one full way, which we love the light part, but, you know, and unfortunately the dark took over because Darth Vader now rules all. He rules the whole galaxy for the most part. So evil, it's out of balance, and so I'm curious where this goes. And very good episode. I really like Kanan. I want to know more about his backstory, especially since he was so aggressive kind of in the beginning towards Ezra.
Right,
like he was holding stuff internally about himself and projecting that onto Ezra more. Although Ezra does need to focus more, but he'll learn. I think he'll learn.
Yeah, he was too short with him. He needs to have patience with him too.
And to see him get so angry so quickly, like lose patience, I'm like, well, you're a Jedi too, and you had to go through this training to learn to not let emotions take control. So he probably struggled a lot as well. Maybe he even had a couple dark parts, you know, like dark things happen to him that
maybe
he had challenges with. I don't know. Very curious, guys. So I think we'll find out next time. Very good show. It is a lot of fun. How are you guys liking Rebels so far?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
it's
enjoy
nice.
the part with the Empire now. I like
That's
this.
right.
Yeah, me too.
It's good. Yeah,
Brings
it's
it back
good.
to the
Nice
good
journey.
old days in the future,
Yeah.
you know, because we started off with the future stuff with episode 4, 5,
That's right.
6, and it is cool to see the stormtroopers and how they can't shoot. And we were joking about
Oh
the
my gosh,
elevator,
yeah.
the lift, and they're like shooting, and there's no one there. But then like you have the
It's like,
smoke going up or
guys.
something, maybe they didn't see. But we love stormtroopers that they can't shoot, right? Because if they did,
Yes.
everything would be lost. Because then, you know, all the blasts that you see that fly past everyone, and they're just
Yeah.
like walking out in the open, not getting in. It would be a very short-lived show.
Yes,
So-
it would.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to watch more, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
There is no try.
It's-
That's right.